Alright, Shalom. I like to say Kal Halayim, Wahawadla Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakat Wadash. Right, double honors the apostles and elders of great milestone that rule well. Peace and blessing to the Akim around the world that pushes through to the four corners of the earth. Right. Out here again, sign. Out here again, the prophesy the downfall of Babylon. And the scriptures say to teach our people their transgression and the house of Israel their sins. And all these different things, you understand? One thing I'd like to touch on today is what the pride of Babylon. Because right now, pride in this place which it speak. You understand? Pride is a serious thing in this place, especially amongst Jake. Esau is the mastermind of pride. Esau is the mastermind of pride. But how the scriptures also say, ye of your father the devil. Two-thirds of Israel right now, they follow after that mindset, after that vibration. A lot of them proud. Older heads proud, younger heads proud, the men proud, the women proud. All of them what is pride. The scriptures say what pride comes before destruction. You understand? And that is the mindset of these people right now. Strong pride. Strong pride. And next thing the men of the Lord waiting for, to see all these people who are proud and lofty, to lose everything that they have. You understand? All these people who grew up they grew up hard, and then after they reach a elevation in life, they want to act like if they never walked onto it before. You understand? All these people out there see walking who just look down at people. And they're high-minded. When that time comes, had nothing to eat, might even have water to bathe. You understand? Nobody will have nothing in that time. In that time, nobody will have nothing. It's like you'll see like the situation with the coronavirus going on right now. That situation is so dread. I see a video of a woman, I think she was about 5 or 6 stories high. 5 or 6 levels high. And she was crawling down the side of the building just to try to go and get something to eat. In a situation like that where you have a virus breakout, everybody quarantined, nobody can really go anywhere. A small country like this, what will happen? The first thing they're going to do is stop sell people stuff. Everybody who own food, they're not going to sell it to anybody else because they don't know when they go and get food again. In a situation like that, the first thing that's going to stop is food. No more import. You understand? So much food will be coming into the country except for those that can afford it. And then for those who can't afford it and living paycheck to paycheck, you understand, the virus going around, you go have plenty jobs will be cut. And when those jobs cut, you can't make money to buy food. And even if you have some kind of money to buy food, nobody will be selling your food because you'll be keeping it for yourself. You understand? People just take these things light now. But in that time, when these things break out on that level, you understand, you had nothing to eat. You understand? You don't know where your next meal coming from. You don't even know if you might live past the pandemic. You understand? And in a situation like that, everybody who want to think that I have this job and I had this status and I had this doctorate, at that time, none of that will not matter. You understand? They will be brought low. Everybody will be on one level. And from that point is who the Lord wants to survive. That when you go see times will come where they go have rapes, they go have murders, they go have all these different things. And in that time, all the pride will go to naught. All the pride will go to naught. Because they want to think that the this and the that. No. You understand? Our scriptures even say, I'll get off first. All our pride will not go to naught. No matter where you might be good at, no matter how skilled you might be, no matter how much people used to acknowledge you in this life, no matter how much passes or degrees you got, in the times to come, none of that going to matter. And none of that going to save you. You can't carry your doctorate, or your lawyer, whatever you just call it, or to show that you had this PhD in this. You can't carry that in that time and feel you'll get away from destruction. Another thing going on save you. The scripture say what the Lord now expects of persons. In that time, it's not because it's a doctor you go save you, because it's a lawyer you go save you, or it's a teacher or some kind of minister. It's not because of that the Lord going and save you in that time. Right? You see there's Ecclesiasticus 3. I'll start from 18, right? It's Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha, 3 verse 18. It say, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. It say, many are in high place and are renowned, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. What? The humble of mind. Those who just humble themselves and actually try to be how the Lord want them to be. Because that in itself is humility. People doesn't even understand. When they even tell somebody that they're proud, people doesn't even understand that have many different versions of pride. It mightn't be always explained that way, but it have many different versions of pride. You understand? Have pride as in thinking too highly of yourself, being lofty. Scripture just say, well, greater thou art, the more humble thyself. Thinking too highly of yourself. Even now in Romans, it say that, it say, I beseech you, just paraphrasing, not to think more highly of yourself than you ought to think. Right? But to be what? Soberly minded. You understand? You're not supposed to be thinking very high yourself. It's not because you might have more than a brother, you go think to yourself, well, I above he had to do what I say because I could give him this and that. Scripture says serve one another. You understand? And the one who have supposed to serve the one that don't. Not to say that you're giving everything you have or everything you want to give him, you use discretion. But you're supposed to serve one another. You see, for he that serveth another fulfilleth the law. If you even in that kind of mindset, you're being proud. You understand? The Lord not dealing with that. That is one form of pride. And next form of pride is like when it's like you thinking you equal to somebody else that you're not. Like how women just think they're equal to men. That is pride. You understand? You're thinking more highly of yourself than you are. You're not equal to a man or your husband. You understand? Or a man thinking himself to be equal to Mashiach. That is a form of pride. And it has many different others. You understand? Have many versions of pride. Even thinking to yourself that you know how to do what the Lord said, that is a form of pride. And there are people out there who just think like that. They just think that they don't have to do what the Lord said. I never saw that in the scriptures once. As long as I learned the scriptures, I never once saw that. You don't have to do what the Lord said. I never saw that once. That is a form of pride. You understand? There are many different versions, but the first thing people hear pride, they would think, well, now what to take correction of the next form of pride. All these different characteristics is what this system is apart and is portrayed. This system is portray those characteristics, and Jake loved to follow those characteristics. Right? It says many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. You understand? All these things obstacles that Jesus had to work on in this, at least it's obstacles that the elect will work on. Lord's will, we are of the elect. You understand? But the obstacles that the elect does work on. Always try to be humble in mind, always try to take correction when you're wrong. All these different things are form of pride. And these are things that the Lord don't like. You understand? It say for the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly. You understand? So you have to be low. You have to make yourself low, humble. Because that is the one who really honor the Lord. The scripture even talk about that in Psalms. It's like in Psalms, Proverbs. Like Proverbs what, 30? I think it's 30. Verse 8. Proverbs 30, I'll start from Proverbs 30, I'll start from 8, right? It say, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. So he didn't want to be rich and he didn't want to be poor. What is the reason why? It say, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Yeah, I don't see him. No, don't worry yourself. You understand? How the scripture say? It say, I'll read it over, right? It say verse 9, right? It say, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? I have a reason why he said that, because when you get rich, the first thing that is happening is you start to have a proud mindset. You start to think that you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. All the time when you had nothing, you was coming out on the streets. You know, you was doing the things of the Lord, you was trying to follow certain things, and you didn't really care what people think or how people view you. But as soon as you actually start to get a lot of money, you start to get status, you start to get a rich image. You want to what? Protect that image. All of a sudden, you don't want people seeing you doing this, you don't want people seeing you doing that, you don't have time for this no more because you had to study this and that business you had to study. You understand? That is the kind of obstacles that has happened when you're rich. You understand? That's why he didn't want that. Because when you're rich, sometimes it is form of pride in you. That a lot of people that's claim to the self that they wouldn't be if they was rich, but you're not rich. As I say, is when you're actually in a position, that is when you will know what you would do in it. Anybody could say they wouldn't do something if they was rich, or they wouldn't do something if they was like this or that, but only when you're actually faced with that obstacle, that is when you really know what you would and wouldn't do. And that is a lot of things that rich people do. They just deny the Lord. They mightn't deny him with their mouths, but in the deeds, the actions, and the mindset, they just deny him. You understand? It does make them proud. That's how riches do to you. Riches does change you. Everybody that say riches wouldn't change them. In some way, riches does change. It is
that is not true.
It is. It's Proverbs 16:18. Proverbs 16 verse 18. And that's why you'll see that back in Israel, the Lord put things in place to actually have restrictions over that. So like say for men, even the Lord say, well, you shouldn't multiply money or wives to yourself that your heart be not turned away. You understand? The Lord had put things in place in Israel, whereas it had certain things that men wasn't allowed to do and was restricted from to keep them on one level, so that they wouldn't start to think highly of themselves and start to get proud and go off. You understand? And even with the women, it had good reasons why women wasn't allowed to own land, or they would have servants, but that's not really shop us. Or even like with women, you will see back then they wasn't allowed to own land, they wasn't allowed to own a lot of stuff. They would have servants, yes, but they would have restrictions to how much things they would have control over. Their husband would always be in control over everything. Even though he might give you control over certain things, ultimately he will have control over everything. Why? You can see the effects of it today. Because you can see these women out here today. What they making, some of them making more money than men. You understand? Some of them have more education than men. You understand? And what is the mindset that is being? You can't tell me what to do. I'm making my own money, I turn in my own key. You understand? Back then, even if you was a rich woman and your husband was poor, if he was over you, he was still in charge of you. What he says would still go. In this society, no problem. That was how it was back then. Now, it's not so. Now, women could do whatever they want, and if you tell them anything, that is originally how it was supposed to be. Why? That was a restriction that the Lord put on them to make sure that they don't start to think to themselves or act higher than the level. You understand? All these restrictions was put on Israel so that they wouldn't think and act higher than how they really are, so that men wouldn't act above the self and that women wouldn't act above the self. You understand? So that they would stay in an order. But in this society, this system of liberty, it's not liberty as in you're actually free, because we still here, we can't leave without permission, we still have to pay taxes, Wherever law of the past we have to follow. That is not liberty. You understand? But the only kind of liberty you have here is liberty to do wickedness.
Yes.
Whatever wickedness you feel like doing, that is what that they will help you. If you want to open a church and say you just pray to some clouds because you think clouds create the earth, they will support that. You understand? That is the only kind of liberty you have in this society to do wickedness.
Correct.
You understand? But when it comes to doing righteousness, you have no liberty for that. They will shun you, they will scorn you. Because it's against the system. You understand? It's today Proverbs 16.
My brother.
Only start for 15 minutes.
Continue.
Yeah. Sorry. Right? You're not looking at it. So there's the Proverbs 16. I'll start from 17, right? 16, 17. It said the highway of the upright is to depart from evil. And who does determine what evil is? The Lord. If the Lord said don't do something, it's because what? It's evil.
That's right.
You understand? It's wickedness, and you're not supposed to follow in those ways.
That's right.
That's why you'll see even the scriptures talk about not being over righteous or over wise. Okay, there are men out there who just think they're over wise and think that even though it's wrong, they can still do it. And it's a cool scene, not knowing that it will actually lead to destruction. Because anything the Lord teaches you not to do is for a reason. You're not smarter than the Lord. You're not smarter than the Lord. You understand? But let me get the main point in it. They say pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. And that is where the peak of how this place is. Pride. The men proud, the women proud. All of them.
Now what the scriptures say, all the things are in the son as well. Vanity and vanity.
It's Proverbs 16 verse 18. It says pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall.
Correct, that's right.
And a haughty spirit before a fall. You understand? So that is the pride, and that is the pride and that is the vanity how the people is outside here today. You know, you can't tell them, you can't teach them, you can't correct them about anything today. You know, that is why we people is how it is today. You know, they can't take correction. You know, it's scripture say what correction is what previous one to a fool. You know? When you watch them outside here, you don't see the haughty spirit. You see the pride in them. And that way the scripture say what the Lord say, all the prideful ones shall die. Just roughly paraphrase and shall fall. You know? It's all the
proud of my people.
So yeah, all the proud of my people. You know?
Scripture, isn't it?
So yeah. You understand? Yes. We see in the coronavirus, right? This virus going around, and you know what we people doing? Then carnival. You know?
The easiest way to contract
the easiest way to contract it. Right now I believe in Guyana, they say Guyana they're watching 13 people in Guyana right now. You understand? Yeah, but
we blessed.
Yeah, but
we are truly blessed.
You see, that is.
I just tell people, let me tell you something. There are places.
It's not matter. It's not matter the bless.
You can get here.
Yeah.
It's not matter the bless. The Lord preserving them for something.
Yeah, it's just like this. The rest of places like China, they bless. They bless.
Africa.
They bless. Let me just say for China, they bless.
They bless. No. I mean,
you want to say they bless? So how you getting all the made? No, how you getting all the made by China stuff?
Yeah,
everything is what made by what? No, how you getting it?
You know that's how we trying to tell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You're saying Trini bless, right? But China bless too. In their own way. Because at the end of the day, all the things they're using, the shoes they might wear, the clothes they might wear, they're coming from where? They're coming from where? China. But it's the same way they thought nothing would happen to them. It's the same way what's going on with them now. They are also shut down the country. You know? Italy, right now, before I come here, Italy have 26 deaths pertaining to the coronavirus. And they never thought they would get touched.
All of them think they wouldn't get touched because they're high.
You see, but that is just the mindset that is. Everybody think that is just for the priders too. That is just for the priders. It's that the prideful mindset that's make them think that hey, they will never get in, they will never get touched. You know, like hey, like this, just as I say, people that say, well, God is actually, and but okay. So if the rest of nations, the rest of countries, they just say, well, God with us.
Yeah.
And in the America motto,
Yeah, God bless America.
God bless America, God with us. But they just get what?
Let me say another thing where really happened to me, factual and cheated. For 6 months I was on the street. And I was on home during and you tell a point. Like 2 weeks I started to feel kind of pain. It's just me and no more. No money, no tablet, no nothing. But I went up to pick up some bush and boil it, I think quickly. You know, I read on our people, say I'm bored the next week. With this girl, the same symptoms, the pain and she ended up dying.
Yeah.
A young girl, really, I'm flu thing.
Yeah, the flu, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
She take care of them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Nobody and the flu.
I got 3 glasses and but I don't,
You see, but that is the thing, the Lord is just preserved. The Lord is
You
preserved.
gotta understand, I have a difference between blessed. I have a difference between being blessed and being preserved. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you could be in a car crash and the Lord didn't kill you in the crash because He has something else planned for you. Don't get tired up with being blessed and being preserved.
Our precept, yeah. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 4. It says, He is a rock, His work is perfect, for all His ways are judgment. A God of truth and without iniquity, just and righteous He. So yeah, so the Lord being as just as He is. Yeah, remember, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, like Proverbs chapter 11. Let's go to that. You know, as I put the scripture. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. It says, false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight. So if He touched the rest of countries, would you think coming soon He would touch Trinidad? Because eventually He will.
If I could say, no matter where wickedness is, the Lord will touch.
No, matter of fact, He is touching Trinidad, but that's in a different form. Because okay, let me go. Watch crime. Watch crime.
Yeah, God.
Watch crime. For a small country like Trinidad, crime is what?
Pass me up.
It way beyond one of the states on Europe.
Yeah.
Right now we crime on the track of one of the worst states in America, which is close to what, Chicago, Detroit, one of these places. You know?
Look at the size of that place.
Yeah. So the thing is that that all goes back to the precept the brother bring, where you talk about the pride. They feel the Lord is our Trinity. They continue saying that. You understand? Even if where the word Trinity come from, they call it the Lord what? After what?
Like the
Christos?
Yeah, it's after them. Because the Trinity.
Christopher Columbus?
The Trinity go back to the Trinity. The Trinity they talk about in Catholic doctrine.
You don't know the history of Columbus.
Right. You understand? You know they was so-called Catholic.
What they teach you in school is not the truth.
Right.
Right.
That is correct.
That is correct.
So they calling the Lord after what their slave owners call them. Yeah, guy disrespect. They don't even know that. You understand? But at the end of the day, this is a proud place. No.
No,
But the proud.
Yeah.
Because if you tell them, they'll still do it.
Yeah, because they believe that wages they know is the right thing.
Yeah.
But if the slave masters teach them, they will listen to it. You understand? And that next obstacle that Jake does have. You see, the more pastors they have, the more education they have in this society.
That's right.
That there's be the hardest to correct.
That's right.
The hardest to tell them or show them something because they think they know it because they had this degree and that degree.
Those things are the world.
Can.
Because the scriptures say
I'll bring it.
talk about the world. Yeah. Okay, bring the Corinthians here. You know? You understand? And that's the thing. They feel the degrees and the stuff again. They feel that is what it is. But people with degrees and diplomas and so forth, they still working like common jobs. They can't even get a good work. Because it all depends on what the economy. You understand? And basic common sense. Basic common sense could beat those stuff. Because you can take $100, right, with basic common sense and go and invest it into a company and make millions. You understand? And that is like the stock market at this particular moment. Where you feel men invest in it. Sometimes men invest $1 and make $100 off that dollar.
And now why
Do you need a diploma to do that? No, you don't.
Now the majority of the book, the so-called book smart people, they have no common sense at all.
That's
They
right.
can't survive out here.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
like simple thing like when you ask them, hey, hey, you can fashion? Nah, where's that thing? All they know about is just book thing.
They have no university degree, but they have common sense.
And
Like-
and simple thing like agriculture, and that is still something what you're supposed to know.
That-
You're supposed to know how
that's
to
right.
cultivate the land itself.
That's right.
You see,
And
but
then-
the only thing they was trained for by ESO is how to live in ESO system.
Yeah.
So if that system ever came to the north and there was somewhere in the bush, they wouldn't know how to live outside of that system.
That's right. It's just like that is why like now, what ESO doing? They're actually destroying the agriculture. Now what they're doing is making like factory-based products.
Lab.
You know, lab.
Meat and all kind of nonsense.
You understand? Because what they want the land to do, they want the land to build like.
Look at you guys.
Malls.
Malls.
They want to build malls.
You guys-
And you know when they build the malls, they come in and say the air what? The air polluted.
How much younger than I am?
They're cutting down the trees, so the air must be polluted.
No, but I say, yeah, that's right. You guys are much younger than I am. Right? I was fortunate to visit Guinea. I was 5 years old. And I say, if I really lot to I go to Guinea because more laid back. But in my days and age, children,
That why too.
Ghani wasn't like this. Ghani was, I mean,
Yes, sir.
you know, progress.
And I-
thing,
and I
everything is all right.
The super elites now.
Yeah.
But when them have children and things, the children don't be school system. You know.
No,
They
they
do-
teach
they-
different.
they-
No, they
That-
speak different.
Them different now, boy. You
Yeah, yeah,
understand
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying here?
I used to tell people,
So-
Learning like 3-4 languages and shit.
Long
So,
time.
when them reach 11 and 12 and thing, and the so-called Jewish people now, boy, like what else called it, bar mitzvah or something like that.
But
Right.
Bar mitzvah.
Alright? When I do so, I talk about the rich elite, you know what they'll be teaching, especially the poor children, they'll be teaching them economics and stuff.
yeah, that's right.
Birth and stuff, business, money from young like that now, boy.
That-
But you know what they teach them children? The
Twerk.
part of a grasshopper.
Yeah. Out of
Yeah,
two.
understand?
Two.
Twerk.
They teach you that your culture is wine and grind.
The teacher with children, hey, yeah, they name the part of this grasshopper here for test. And like if that's something that would and help them in the future life.
Yeah,
That
that's
doesn't help
right.
them in the future life.
Nah,
Why?
you know what I mean?
X plus Y.
X plus Y and stuff like how that going to help you in the future.
Well,
When you're teaching them children how to run a business, or what is commerce,
When I
what
was
is, you know,
primary
these stuff
school,
now. Why?
We went to Guayco Presbyterian School and we still live at Alican Church right up the way.
How wonderful.
And every morning I had to go, when we come home, it's a board house with 2 doors. The top half open, the top part, you open it like that.
You know, you have a piece of it.
I'm not bring a piece of baby before I begin.
You also open everything.
Yeah.
You can't everything, and even if you also open.
So that's how we were saying before, like how what they're doing, like how they teach them economics and about how they talk before that, how they destroying the land, right? This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth."
Can.
So you understand? So obviously it have someone said that is destroying the earth at the moment.
Can.
And I saw. I saw.
Yeah.
They also destroying them the trees and building up our malls, factories with plenty smokes and so forth. The smoke blowing, the contaminating the air, and you know they come in and say after, wherever the air polluted the air.
I know that,
No?
that cutter. I know we people like to see the so-called Arabs and them is Esau. Which Arabs you know doing that? Going around the world and destroying the world.
Yeah.
Which so-called Arabs doing
Yeah,
that?
which one doing that? Actually,
Yeah, that's
and look,
right.
the Arabs in Saudi, they actually build an island and make it like a tree and put trees and thing around it and so forth.
They just do things actually to help you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But it's a cut all over. It's a destroy them, not destroy the world. It's Esau doing it. We're talking about they actually want to stop the farmers from farming, and they want to bring what you call genetically modified products,
Yeah.
food, animals, right? Even the things that you drink.
That was how I
You
do.
understand?
That was
The
how I
air,
do.
even the air you might want to breathe, there's not might be synthetic.
That's what scientists doing right
Remember that was
now.
in a movie? That was,
That
in a
was
cartoon.
in the cartoon. When you
All the trees
I
had cut down
get-
and they was making artificial air for
Yeah.
people to
Don't
breathe.
breathe.
Long time is they get the local corn. You don't get local corn again.
no.
They get that hybrid corn. Right?
But what the hybrid is? The
The
hybrid is what
hybrid
you call GMO.
GMO.
Yes, that you have to
Everything where you
You gotta spray it, you gotta spray it.
the chemical, yes,
Right.
yes.
The spray for it to grow.
Yeah, so that's what the chemical company can make one.
And you know that
Now in poorer countries like us, they're giving any seed free.
you know you see that they do scientific studies and show that those corn does cause cancer in rats.
The cenogen or something.
It has caused cancer in rats. So imagine what I do to people
Uh-huh,
and that's what they're giving you to eat.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
understand?
majority of the things they eat now, even off the shelf now.
Everything.
The farmers down here locally they spray the thing too much.
And they mash up the agriculture.
Yeah, so that and that exclude that the most I come in.
And
That exclude because they feel all this gonna happen because if the most had really come back, the majority of our people will die.
yeah.
But die off, you
They're
know.
shortened.
They're just shorted, you know, because
That's how
I can tell you from a factual point, the local code, I plant an acre local code, and I didn't really spray that I do not tell. I did, I used to I see something red. I said, what is that? But that time I was much younger too, and what I said was like the cauliflower. So I went, and I went. But I said, kind of a white moth.
if you go in the market and all and they buy things in the market,
I never sold
if they
it.
leave it in the fridge about 2-3 days,
I never sold it. I never
remember-
sprayed.
I
I never
remember-
call like that.
I remember a long time, bro. I remember a long time. We just
That's
used to take
hybrid
seed.
corn.
We just used to take seed and throw it, and it would have grow. You had to put nothing on it. I telling my cousin the other day, I say long time you didn't have to spray plants.
Spray and salt
No,
and
you
all
don't spray
that.
plants like every
But you have
other
to spray.
day,
Yeah.
every week.
They
You know?
modified all
have to
these
because
seeds.
why? Money.
You
Because
modify all
if
these
the one
seeds.
that comes to keep on coming
Chemical
faster than they can
company-
rip,
Chemical company.
they're not giving it
have to
time
make
now,
money.
but it's nothing natural.
Yes,
Yeah,
they can't
and
leave
even
nothing.
to add like what you were saying before, it's just to show you agriculture is a basic necessity, right?
Basic necessity.
But no, they make agriculture look like if it's something bad. A man's corn that, but you planting by, you thinking, a man's corn that, you know?
You want to walk and buy food. right?
Yeah, you walk and buy food. That's the mentality. Yeah, but it's slave in
You see,
itself.
because the thing is, when they plant a crop, if they don't spray it with this and they don't spray it with that, at
Bring
this
it
point in
together.
time,
Bring
at
it
that
together.
point in time, they
And
don't
I right
get
now,
dirty.
and
And then the boss, you know,
that's
lost.
part of the whole bubble.
And that was crashing and
Like that's part of it because and then after now when they get in the food what could actually help the body, they put it in high like a high price on it now.
Yeah.
And they see the things what will kill you fast.
What
But
will
they
kill
put
you?
it at a low part and make
Low,
it cheap.
high, low, high,
And
low.
that sounds so something like $20 you could go in KFC for $20. And they get 2 pieces of chicken and 2 portions of fries and they call it a special.
I don't
I thought it was
know.
fine.
Yeah, that's how I say.
I don't have a
I thought it was
policy.
fine.
Let me tell you something. I don't have a policy. They will leave
I'll bring a
the
piece of it.
thing on the shelf.
I
At
said,
that
yeah.
price, they wouldn't reduce
In
the
1
price.
Corinthians 2
I
or
don't
start
know,
from
I
9,
don't
right?
have price.
1 Corinthians 2 from 9, it say, but as it is written, eyes had not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of men the things which the Most High had prepared for them that love him. So this wasn't common knowledge. You understand? This understanding was given around the time when Mashiach had walked. You understand? But before that, men, did I say, we say it wasn't revealed unto the sons of men, but more revealed unto us through the holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit.
Yeah, remember there wasn't Peter talking about that. But the man that leads to the Holy Spirit, you know? I'm good.
Verse 10, it say, but the Most High had revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High.
Yes, so the Spirit searches all things, deep things. That's like certain things, like even when you was company car, me and the brother was talking about a matrix, you know? That's why when a man in the Spirit, who with the Spirit, he could watch a movie and siphon out the things that what it really doing and the things that they just put to confuse the mind, you know? Yeah. So it just, hey, that's what I say, and they say to search for the deep things of the Most High. That is why like certain stuff you can comprehend with the word. Like you can watch certain elements, like certain stones, and you can even go back to